Reluctant to pump you up, Jim, because it goes against almost everything we stand for here on Triple M. But I think
pumps himself up enough too, does.
Correct. He's got more than enough of his own self-confidence to do it. But along the way, you've copped some ripping cheap shots from people in the industry about the club and about what you could or may not have done. The reality is that this is a very successful club that's played in finals, it's well managed, it's got their finances sorted out, their membership sorted out, got an unbelievable deal in Tasman, and suddenly the top of the ladder, Jim. And you know what? It must make you feel very proud to turn up here tonight. Is this your last year?
Last year.
So
broke the club record for membership yesterday.
Why are you calling it your last year?
Because at our club, constitutionally, you get 3 stints as the chairman, and then you must, by constitutional law, hand over.
Has that always been
which
the
I
case?
don't mind, by the way.
Some clubs change the constitution, Jim.
Have you thought about that?
No, I have not thought
I'm
about
sensing
that.
a bit of Jeff Kennett style missing out from our man here tonight. I think he'd like to go on another 6 or 7 years.
JB,
Bristol.
I put it to you. If you make another prelim final this year, or finals, and you
Yes.
go okay, and then you miss the granny or you miss the premiership, you know that you would want to be there
Not
as
about
the
me,
chairman
Brian.
for the next year.
Not about me, bro.
want to be there, though, Jim. I
It's
think
about the
it's
club and
It's about being the premiership. Anything.
You know what I reckon would happen if, let's say that happens this year, and then North Melbourne next year win it. I think you'd see Jim sitting in the. Who was that long play? Where he'd have his sunnies on, he'd be down in the dumps, and he'd be very unhappy that it wasn't him out there.
Mark Blake?
Mark Blake. That's what I reckon would happen next year. If
were every single moon to align, Bristol. Every single moon to align. And I don't want anyone jumping through their radio and getting all carried away. It's only round 6. We've got plenty of stuff to go, so we're not getting carried away. But were every moon to align, I'm doing the whole lap. Brian, the whole way round I'm going.
Well, Das and I will be down there.
Yeah.
We'll be commentating.
and I will
that.
throw something.
I
at him
reckon
if
I'll
you-
get
if you
stuff
go-
thrown at me the whole circumference, and it won't matter.
Eddie's only done about 20 years, Jim. You're short after, what,
18
7 or 8?
years. So what happens in their constitution?
Yeah, I don't know. Every club's different, Bristol. But Ben Buckley will take over from me. He'll be a brilliant chairman. We've got a nice transition succession plan happening, and I think it's healthy for us. We're going to get a new set of eyes and a new setup coming through, and it'll be brilliant. And maybe I'll be able to see my kids a little more often.
Are you going to go and speak at the function?
Speaking at the function?
Yeah, what are you going
Our
to wow
function?
them with tonight, Jim?
Do you write your own stuff?
Up and down, Bristol. Tonight, I often, really sizzle, but tonight,
So-
up and down.
In amongst the old boring, welcome sponsor here and sponsor 3 and sponsor 4, do you throw in a little zinger?
Nah, not-
something that might get a little giggle.
Not often. Just tick the boxes, Brian, and then get down.
That's
and
not
let
the way you roll, mate. Let's
the
be honest. That
entertainment
is
happen.
not.
Have you got a person that does all the
Heath O'Loughlin?
all the crap work, like there's the toilets and the raffle? And
Yeah.
Someone
No,
do that
not
before
mate,
you?
Craig the Voice Willis.
Oh, the Voice.
He will run the room, Brian, and he'll do an unbelievable good
Rumours
job
are
with it.
sweeping the football world about the Voice.
Well, I get the feeling you're behind the bellows of those
Have
rumours.
you undermined the Voice?
Are you
have you?
pushing
Have
those
you?
rumours forward?
I'm
You haven't
just
taken
hearing-
some of his gigs,
I'm
have you?
hearing things.
Yeah,
Brian,
right.
this is a man who's very protective of his turf.
Having said that, he was back out in the middle of the G last Monday, which said to me that they'd had a little making up.
Yeah,
of.
I don't think that the centre of the ground's the Voice's problem. I think there are some real heavy corporate lunch-style jobs
Good
that
earners.
you might have just walked in and taken off him,
I
Brian.
think
WBC?
Darcy Hamo might be just on the gobble there.
Not
Just
my
gobbling up
department at all.
the odd.
There's a bit of crossover happening there, Jim. I think there
No
could be a
question
story that we're
to
missing
me
at the
that
moment.
Bristol's just done a little deal. Maybe
Voice.
just got sideways with Birchie and said, right, what's on the table here that I can help myself to?
Let's put it this way: he spends a lot of time in his car, not in the office of these people.
Now, I need to get going, leave you boys to it. Todd Goldstein's going to join us next, and for the Western Bulldogs fans, Matty Suckling is going to be in the room here. You'll have the two-man, of course. You'll have Howie and the Doc down on the boundary. Brian and Schwatter will do a great job calling the game. The Duke and who else is coming in here, Duke? Or you?
Just one out in the back row.
You one
tonight.
out?
This is my debut in the back row tonight,
Crikey.
and I'm ready to go.
What's Chief? Just what is he doing?
Who knows with Chief? He's. I think he's been dropped. I think he needs a week off. His performance has been so poor, Bristol.
that
His
is
attitude's
actually
been so poor, and I think he's just had a week off, and we'll reassess whether he comes back.
And I don't mind hearing that, by the way. I don't. I think everyone every now and then, Brian, needs a little week in the twos
Yeah.
just to realign themselves.
So he'll be at home tonight with a packet of twisties.
Won't do the Chief any harm.